All right, our big story tonight, the Supreme Court's ruling on Prop 8 and the Defense of Marriage Act. The news thrilling many, but some high-profile Republicans who oppose same-sex marriage lashed out at the High Court's decision. One outspoken critic, Michelle Bachmann, arguing about the religious definition of marriage.
Marriage, that is something that God created. That is something that God will define. The Supreme Court, though they may think so, have not yet arisen to the level of God.
Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, the Democratic leader in the House, Nancy Pelosi, a San Francisco lady, praising the ruling as upholding justice.
Equal justice under the law. Those are the words inscribed at the wall of the Supreme Court, which, by the way, I can see from my office. This is the value and the ideal upheld by the Supreme Court today.
Thank you, Grant. And our political analyst, Michael Yaki, is here. First of all, what was your take? This is pretty much what was expected.
It was pretty much what was expected, but it is still a very good day. I think that the small step from DOMA to recognition of same-sex marriage nationwide is a very small step after today's ruling. And the Prop 8 ruling, I think, was to be expected. I think it goes to what Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Justice Ginsburg, said months before, which was she was afraid of ruling too far, too fast. I think this showed in the Prop 8 ruling. But when you look at the wording of DOMA, when you look at the opinion in DOMA, the fact that the federal government now recognizes same-sex marriage, albeit only in states that recognize same-sex marriage, I think it's a great victory for LGBT rights in this country.
Okay, but one of the obvious questions: why did they not tackle Prop 8 head-on? They did not address the larger issue. Michael, we just didn't want to do it.
I know. I really believe that Justice Ginsburg, in her heart, did not want to go there just that quickly. But the fact is that they actually have a couple cases working their way up to the Supreme Court that they will have to consider whether to take in or not, including the Nevada prohibition on same-sex marriage, which is going to be before them, I believe, in conference, maybe even as early as this week.
And doesn't the decisions today overall, they sort of take this more out of the legal arena, more into the political arena? Agreed?
I think without a doubt what you have here, especially with the Prop 8 decision and with DOMA, is the fact that 39 states have prohibitions against same-sex marriage. Some of them, I think, are questionable in terms of their strength. A lot of them were enacted in 2002, 2004, the wave of anti-gay initiatives that occurred during that time, and the backlash, quite frankly, to San Francisco enacting same-sex marriage in 2004. I think that you will see a lot of tries at the state legislature level and at the ballot level to try and repeal those on a state-by-state basis. But I still believe that if you look at DOMA's opinion, it's a very small step to get to same-sex marriage being ruled unconstitutional nationwide.
And a pretty scathing dissent from Scalia.
Well, you would expect that from Scalia. But one little wild card that's out there is I've heard some chatter from the Protect Marriage folks, the people who brought the lawsuit, that they're looking at another legal means to try and stop Prop 8 to stop same-sex marriage from being implemented in California.
All right. Well, more to come. This ain't over, is it?
Never over, but it's a very good day.
All right. Thank you, Michael. We'll be talking to you later on.